All right, Saturday slate, South Carolina, Florida. Florida's really hot right now. South Carolina was hot. That's why this line's kind of short. I kind of like South Carolina here because they're at home, though. That's a scary line. It makes me nervous. Villanova, Providence. Oy. How'd they do last time? How did Villanova, Providence do the first time around? If they played. They're both 9-8 in conference. Providence has a little bit better team. Did they play? Villanova beat them by 18. That isn't necessarily... So Villanova beat Providence by 18, and now they're underdog against Providence? Something doesn't add up. I don't know. You might stay away from that game. That's kind of weird. Maybe you go revenge spot here for Providence, but I'm staying away from that. Illinois, Wisconsin. So here's something to know: is the Big Ten at home is just automatic more often than not against the spread. So I think I'm going to go Wisconsin here in a small upset over Illinois to cover. Illinois is a better team, though. I don't know what's going on. I tried to reschedule delivery yesterday. It said it had already been rescheduled. That's super odd, Bailey. That's really odd. We'll figure it out after stream, though. Kansas Baylor, one of the best games tomorrow. I kind of like Baylor to get revenge here. I don't know about the number. I'd just take them on the money line here. I think that's a better play. Maybe in... actually, I think that number's about right. I was going to say it's probably like a 73-72 game. So, yeah. I think I like Baylor getting revenge on Kansas here. Baylor's pretty good at home, but I think that number is too close. I like Baylor just to win the game, money line. Kentucky, Arkansas, yeah. Arkansas has fallen down the toilet. I think Kentucky blasts them here at home, so I'd take Kentucky 12.5. Oregon, Arizona, 13.5 the Ducks are getting. It's a lot. Oregon kind of needs this game. I don't know, chat. So, and Oregon will be shooting for revenge as well. They did not play well at all against Arizona the first time. And this is a tough spot for the Ducks because at Arizona they just lost to Washington State, but then they beat Washington. But 13.5 is an awful lot of points. I'd probably take the Ducks here, keep it within the number. But, I mean, here's what's going to happen, Chad. Either this game's going to come down to the wire or Arizona's going to blast them. Oregon's not going to blast them. We'll either win by 2 or lose by, like, 6. I like that more than losing by 13.5. Marquette, Creighton, one of the better games tomorrow. Creighton's really tough at home, so I think a money line is reasonable, but I do think they can beat Marquette by 4. NC State, North Carolina. North Carolina's a ton better than NC State. This is a rivalry, though. That's a lot of points for a rivalry. Ooh. I don't know. If this was like 7, I'd probably lay it with North Carolina. But 11.5 is tough. I'd probably stay away from this game. But I'd take North Carolina the money line for sure. Iowa State, UCF. UCF's that really tough road spot. You got to go all the way to Orlando for that. I almost want to take UCF in the points here, but I'm going to wait, see if I can get a better number. Maybe this goes to 4.5. Maybe it goes to 5.5. Then I'll take UCF. But I think I'm going to stay away from that game. Mississippi State, Auburn. Auburn's really good at home. This is a revenge spot as well. I think I'm going to go Auburn here. Houston, Oklahoma. I think Houston's on a mission right now. But 5.5 is it's quite a lot of points for Houston to lay. I still am going to take it, though. I don't like betting against Houston. I'd take the over as well. 128.5 is awfully low. I mean, you're telling me they can't get the score to 70 to 60 or something like that? That could go over. Let's see here. New Mexico, Boise State. Boise State's pretty good at home. New Mexico kind of needs that game, though. I go Boise State Moneyline. TCU, BYU. I think BYU Moneyline is definitely the play. But I could see them covering as well. But TCU keeps it close. Like, they love playing in close games. So keep that in mind. That's why I think the Moneyline for BYU is a better play. Maybe an over as well. BYU tends to speed people up. And we got Gonzaga, St. Mary's. I like St. Mary's here, even though Gonzaga is going to be foaming at the mouth for revenge. Gonzaga got beat at home by St. Mary's. I like St. Mary's here to win again. St. Mary's just a little bit better. Okay, since we didn't have all the games for tomorrow. Oh, we're ad break, y'all. Sorry about that. Let's go do some more money line picks here, and then we'll get into Speedstorm. Schedule. I will increase the size for y'all. And we want Saturday. We go 8-10. St. Joseph's Fordham, go St. Joe's. LaSalle, George Washington, I go LaSalle here. George Mason, Duquesne, go George Mason. Davidson, UMass, I like UMass here. And then Rhode Island, St. Louis, I like Rhode Island. And then Richmond, VCU, rivalry game. Typically stay away from that rivalry game, but I like Richmond at home. I think they win and then they crown themselves conference champion. All right, ACC. Florida State, Georgia Tech. I like Georgia Tech here, but stay away from that game. We already talked about that one. Wake Forest, Virginia Tech. Tough one here. I think Wake Forest needs this game more, so I'm going to go Wake Forest. Duke, Virginia. I like Duke, but Virginia's going to keep it close. Pitt, BC. I like Pitt on the road. Notre Dame sucks. I'm going Clemson Tigers. And then Louisville's awful. I'm going Syracuse. All right. Let's go to American East, I mean. Vermont is a system play, but they're playing UMass, second best team in the league. I still like Vermont because they're at home. The golf course is hosting New Hampshire. We'll go with New Hampshire here. Bryant facing the Institute of Technology of New Jersey. We'll go Bryant. And then Maine and Albany, we go Maine. Go with the Black Bears. American Conference. We're going to speed through these money lines. FAU Owls. It's a whiteout tomorrow. It's going to be a lit atmosphere on ESPNU. They're going to beat Tulane. Temple, Tulsa. I like to stay away from that game. Don't bet it. SMU. I like SMU against UTSA. South Florida seems to be on a mission. This is a tough spot, though, against Charlotte. But I think South Florida's playing better. I'll go with the Bulls. Wichita State playing a little bit better of recent. I'll go with them over Rice, but I don't like that game. Go Big 12 here. No, we went to Big Sky. Eastern Washington over Montana State. I like that game. Stay away from the others. Big East. Villanova Province, we talked about. DePaul is not going to win a game in the Big East. Butler all day. We already talked about that game. Georgetown Xavier. I like Xavier here. All right, we go Big 12. See if there's any other games we missed. Talked about that one. Texas, Oklahoma State. I like Texas here. West Virginia always plays well at home. Texas Tech. If West Virginia's getting points, like +6 or something, I'd probably take that. But this is Moneyline, so we're going to go Texas Tech here. Cincinnati, I like to beat K-State. Sorry, Kevman. Tough spot. I think this is going to be a close game, though. Really close. All right, moving on here. Big South. This is the final day. Next week, there's not going to be nearly as many games to pick. So this is the final really long episode of college basketball on the show. All right, High Point against Longwood. I know everybody likes Longwood, but I think their girth doesn't stand enough here against High Point, so we go High Point here. Gardner-Webb, Winthrop. I like Winthrop. And Radford, Asheville. I like Asheville. I'm not going to do the other game. Big Ten. We already talked about Wisconsin, Illinois. Penn State, Minnesota. I like Minnesota at home. They're really good against the spread, too. You might look at Minnesota covering. They're really good against ATS record. Purdue, Michigan State. Michigan State needs this game, but Purdue's going to win. Northwestern, Iowa. I like Northwestern. We'll go Big West, see if Cal Poly is playing. Cal Poly is playing. We go Bakersfield. Always fade Cal Poly. They're bad. The Anteaters are playing Long Beach State. Probably the best game tomorrow in this league. We'll go with the Anteaters of UC Irvine. CAA. Last week for CAA, I believe. Elon and Monmouth. I'd stay away from this game, but I'd probably go Monmouth. Towson, Wilmington. I'm not sure what happened to Wilmington a couple nights ago. They just have fallen off of my bubble because of that loss. They're done. They got to win this tournament. Elon Musk. What? Oh, Elon. No, it's not Elon Musk College. It's just Elon. Elon, North Carolina. It's a city. We'll go Wilmington. We'll go the Seahawks here over Towson. Charleston over Hofstra. I like that. William and Mary. I'm not sure who they are. Yeah, I think they're not having a good year. Mary has not been shooting well from free throws, and William, he's missed like 7 straight dunks. So we'll fade those two. It's 2 against 5, you know. Hampton's pretty bad, though. So I guess we'll take the 2 against 5 team. Northeastern Drexel. I like Drexel. Campbell Fighting Camels. I like them over A&T. And Delaware Stony Brook. That's a tough one. Probably stay away from it, but I'd go Delaware. Let's go Conference USA. I think they got one more week after this. Jacksonville State, New Mexico State. We'll go Jack State. That's Jacksonville, Alabama, not Florida, by the way. The Airport against West Kentucky. We'll go with West Kentucky. Liberty. I like them at home here. And then Sam Houston. I like them to beat Middle Tennessee. All right, back to the Ivy League. They play Fridays and Saturdays, by the way, because of academic schedule. Brown will beat Dartmouth. Columbia should beat Penn, but that's going to be kind of close. Princeton, Cornell, game of the day. I like Princeton at home here. It's going to be close, though. You might look at the 1-5. Win by 1-5 either team play. Yale will beat Harvard. That's a rivalry. So maybe stay away from it, but I like Yale. All right, moving on here. We'll go to the MVC. No game scheduled. Okay. That makes it easy. That's right, because their tournament starts next week. Mountain West, Colorado State, Wyoming. I like Colorado State. Boise State, New Mexico. We talked about that. I like Boise State to win. And UNLV should beat San Jose State. Moving on. Stay away from those two conferences. We'll go Pac-12. Oregon, Arizona, we talked about. Washington should beat USC because they're at home. Washington State playing UCLA. UCLA is playing better lately, but I like Washington State at home here. And then Utah should beat Cal. Better team, but Cal's playing better of late. We'll go Patriot League, see if the toothpaste company's playing. And they are. Colgate, the toothpaste company. System play. Got to go with the toothpaste over Lehigh. And that's about all I like in this league. American, probably take American over Navy. I'd probably take that. Yeah. Maybe Army over Loyola Maryland. Loyola Maryland is one of the 10 worst teams in the country. No offense. SEC. Talked about those two. Vanderbilt, LSU. I like LSU. We talked about that one. Georgia, Texas A&M. Tough road spot for A&M. They kind of need the game more, though, so I might go A&M here, but I don't like it. Alabama, Tennessee, one of the best games tomorrow. Alabama's really tough at home, but Tennessee is a little bit better. They blasted them last time. I'd probably stay away from this game, honestly, but you know what I'd probably do in this game is I'd go over. It's going to be a lot of points in this game. I could see this being like 85-80. Missouri, Ole Miss. I like Ole Miss. We're almost done here. Southern, rapid fire. VMI, they're not going to win a game the rest of the season. Go Wofford. Furman, Mercer. I like Furman. Chattanooga, West Kentucky, Carolina. That's going to be a close game, but I expect Chattanooga to win on senior night. Samford, senior night, they're going to light up Citadel. And that's a lock. East Tennessee State, senior night. Greensboro's a better team, though. We'll go Greensboro. Southland is McNeese playing. They are. McNeese State, lock it up against Nichols. McNeese State, one of the better small schools in the country. They only have 3 losses on the year. They're really good. Watch out for them come the bracket time. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go Sunbelt real quick. Oh, never mind. There's nothing tomorrow. They're playing tonight. WAC is Grand Canyon playing. They are. They're at home against Stephen F. Austin. I like Grand Canyon here. They're really good at home. Does Loyola have yes, there are multiple Loyolas, Bailey, yes. There's Loyola Chicago, there's Loyola Maryland, and there's Loyola Marymount. There's 3 of them. I don't really like any of these other games. Maybe Tarleton State over Southern Utah, but I'd stay away from the other games. Actually, I like Cal Baptist to beat Rio Grande Valley as well. And finally, the last conference we'll cover. Santa Clara, San Francisco. I think it's senior night, isn't it? So you might go Santa Clara here. Even though San Francisco's a better team, I'd probably stay away from that game. But I like Santa Clara. Portland, Loyola Marymount is down to 6 or 7 players. They have a lot of injury problems. So I might go Portland here. St. Mary's we talked about. And then Pacific, I don't think they've won a league game. So we go San Diego. All right, there it is, chat. There it is. Bet responsibly. You know, no more than 2% of your income. We'll try to get as many wins as you can on the stream and on the channel here. We do this live on Twitch, and then we ship it over to YouTube, the VODs, edited VODs. Once again, I'm not responsible for your wins or losses.